Hi all. So good morning and good evening. So let's continue with a default file structure in Linux. So in earlier lectures we have learned, so you can follow previous video, we have learned up to MNT. Now let's go with the OPT. So OPT is using for a optional software. So it is the same as like program files. Same as like program files, opt and program files here. So when you install a new operating system, when you go in this program files, you will not find anything like say apps wizard.cpl. These are some shortcuts commands we are using in a Windows. Okay, so here you will find all we have installed optional. All these are optional software. Okay, we are installing for our required or needed purpose. Okay, so same as like we can install. So let's say you might be heard about that Nagios. If I want to install a Nagios, so where is the config file and OS where it will be installed? Under opt Nagios. So like that. So what is a Nagios? I think some you might be heard one first time might be. So Nagios is a monitoring tool. Monitoring tool, famous. It is a monitoring tool. So you can monitor your CPU, your memory, network, disk, logs, etc. Okay, so this is a Nagios. So we can install under a /opt. Okay, so right now we are not installing any third party, but okay. Now let's come on the part of a proc. What is a proc? So let me show you some examples here. First, Windows. I'm click on a task manager. So here you have seen some processes are running here, like a CPU, memory, disk, and network bandwidth. If I go here more details, let's see in more details here. And let me log in here and let me use a top command. Okay, so now here you can see everything is same here. And let me connect with one more session. Let me take a duplicate session. Okay, so now you can see I used a top command here. So just I'm not teaching you any commands today again. Just I'm using these commands to clear the concept. So right now, if you can see here, you will find similar values like a name. So here, okay. So now you can see name are commands here. So you will see here. Okay, so these some process are here we called a process and we called as a daemon. So what is the difference between process and daemon? Daemon is also process. Daemon is also a process, but running in a background. That's the difference only. Process running in background. Okay, running in a background as a service. Okay, so here you will see these are the daemons in Windows as well as, and here you will see these. So now you can see command here, it is a name, and now you can see here these are the PID. PID means process ID. PID means process ID. So here also I'm getting a PID. So now if I ask the question, please let me know where is the location of these PIDs. In Linux, I have answer, but in Windows, I don't have answer. Where the location is. Now you can see status. So here we have a status as well also. So S means status. So here S means status, I means interruptible sleep. Here you will see R also, that comes as a running. Okay, I will let you know later when we will come on the process part, and we'll learn more in a deep there also. So now you will see CPU, you will see memory here. Okay, so almost it is approximately here, and these are the priorities also, and we can give the priorities in Windows also. These are the priorities, these are the values, these NIS. So here we can give a priorities also. Later we'll discuss these things, not right now. Okay, and it's using a virtual memory. So later it's a shared memories also. We'll discuss later all these things. Now, but you can see here, I asked the question here. Now, these process ID are running here. If we want to see the location, where is it? So it's comes under /proc. Okay, so now you can see here 5386. I have seen here some process and it is fluctuating. So let me clear it, and let me go on the second terminal. Okay, so now cd/proc. Okay, so I am here inside, and you can see here, these are the, I have seen here, if you can see 5386 we have seen here, and here 5378. So you can see, is there any process is fluctuating here? You can see these processes are here. Okay, so this is 12314 is there. So here 314, see, this is a process here. So these processes are here, and here we will get the more information. Like here, we are getting CPU information here. If you can see here, so let me close this one, and now here we are getting a CPU, memory, and all this. If you want to where it is a, so let me show you proc CPU info. So here you will get your CPU information. Okay, so processor here 0, and CPU core we have a 1 processor. Okay, so these are the how many cores I have, only 1 core here, and here if I click on a performance, so I'm using a i5, so how many cores I have? Only 2 cores here. Okay, and if you go for a i7, there you will get a starting from a 6 core also, 8 core also in i7, and here I have only 4, and logical processor we have a 4 here, 1 socket I have. So if you want to get more speed, so you need to take care how many cores in your operating system. So if you want to increase more core in your, if suppose right now, if you think I want to buy a new laptop, if you go with the i7, and I would suggest you at least go with the 8 core. Here you will get more power than compared to, but somewhere some laptops comes with the 4 and 6 by default. 4 also, I think I have seen some processor are coming with 4 cores as well also. Okay, but I suggest maybe the 8 core at least minimum. I think 12 core is also in a picture there, so you need to find out, but mostly I have seen 8 core. So here we can see here CPU. So here it will show you the model name, and how much it is a gigahertz. Okay, cache memory, and same if you want to see, you can see here memory info, proc / memory info. So here you will see memory, total memory. It is in a KB. You can calculate it accordingly, but we don't need to here actually. We can use a free -m command or h command. Okay, so later we will learn these commands, not right now, but just I will let you know what is the things coming here. And we have seen here, let's say here uptime. So let's say uptime. It is your uptime command and cat version. Let's check a version here. So here you have seen I'm using a uname -a. So where it is stored in a backend file. So it is stored in a backend file here. This is a backend file. You can see the output having the same. So where is the backend file? It's a backend file. So here you will get these info. Even if someone is working on, later we will learn these things, not right now, and later I will let you know what is a WWN number, how to scan new LUNs. I hope everyone is aware about a LUNs. LUNs means logical unit number. Logical unit number provided via storage. We have a storage. Okay, let's say it is a EMC storage. There are a lot of storage are in a market. EMC, IBM storage, HP storage. I worked on an EMC storage. I worked on an IBM storage, and a lot of storage vendor are available in the market. So these LUNs, how it is provided, it's connected with your server with a HBA card. We'll learn later, not right now. Okay, so just concept, I'm just as HV. I will come on this part later with the fiber cable. Okay, so all the where is this information is stored here under proc. Where you will get your W number under proc. So don't worry about this concept right now. When we will come on these topics, we will learn more deep. So right now, we will not learn here. So leave it right now. Just my main motive to teach here what happened inside a proc. That is the main thing. What happened? You will find your PID related things, all your memory, CPU, you have seen your version, your network part. Network pass means if you heard about that teaming or NIC bonding. Okay, so what is a teaming and NIC bonding? We'll learn in when we'll come on the network part. Just hint, I will let you know. It is work on a, we have a two NIC card, NIC 1, NIC 2. So it is on a hardware level. If one NIC card get failed, second NIC will work. Okay, that is a concept comes under it, teaming or NIC bonding or load balancing. Okay, we'll learn these things later in a deep, not right now, but which information comes under a proc, we are learning that things as a theoretically. So all these things are comes, so many things will, modules comes here. Okay, memory info, empty state. So a lot of things comes here under proc. So now let's discuss about here. Already we have learned about a root. Root is a using for a administrator home directory. It is a super user home directory. Sorry, super user home directory. Super user home directory. Okay, it is a super user home directory. So let's come on the run part now. So run here, we will get runnable data using by a OS. So here it stored a runnable variable actually. So that is using by a OS only. So let me show you here. So now let's go in a /run here. So here you will see some PID. PID means process ID. And it is a runnable data. So here it is showing us a 1004. So these are the PID. So it's a kind of a variable. So what is a variable? So let's understand a variable first. Okay. So in 10 standard, we have learned x is equal to 10, y is equal to 15. So we suppose that x is holding a 10 value and y is holding a 15 value. If I make a x plus y, so what is answer? The answer must be 25, correct? So they are supposing here it is doing a 10 plus 15 is equal to 25, right? So that called a variable, okay, called a variable, we called it and key, and this it is a value, key and value pair, okay, but we called a key and value. So here same things in comes on a operating system here. So now it's a kind of one runnable variable data for operating system. So one thing here, your Linux operating system working on scripting, working on management scripts. Okay, so I hope I have shown you in the first lecture their management scripts or installation scripts. Okay, so there it is calling some data, some variable data. So like that, you can see here, these are the PID. So here we are not doing anything. Here I have installed Docker as well also. So you can see Docker PIDs here. So now if we can see, even we are using a here SHID, SHD, and SSD is using for a, this service is using for your LDAP, lightweight directory access protocol. This is a SSID.PID. It's created here. Docker PID. I'm using a Docker in this operating system. Okay, so Docker is a container. Okay, so if I do a cat here, any cat, you can see it is holding some PID. You can see PID. If I do ps-ef graph-i here, so let me here. So you can see is a Docker is running here. If I can use a Docker ps, so here I have one machine that is running here, Docker. Okay, so we'll learn this part when we'll come on the Docker part. It's not a part of the syllabus right now. Okay, so here runnable data we will get here. So we are not doing anything here. So this is a definition here. So we have learned about a directory where optional software can be installed, like add remove in Windows as C's program, /proc directory where information about a process is stored and get CPU info or memory info, teaming, NIC bonding, or physical server for a physical servers only, or I can say like your WWN number, etc. Okay, so we are getting these things. /root is a home directory for a super user, like same as a Windows administrator. Contains variable data about runtime data, different each boot. Okay, different each boot means here. So it is not a fixed process. Suppose if I rebooted the server, it's all these IDs, all these PIDs has been changed. Next boot, it will be changed. Okay, so it is a runtime data, runtime variable data. So that called a variable data. It's using for OS perspective. Inside /run, we are not doing anything. Now let's comes under a /swin. So swin, we have a super binary that's using by only a root user. Okay, not for a normal user. If some cases normal user want to access these super binaries, we need to configure a sudo. Later we will learn, when we will come on the user administration part, we will learn how to create a sudo, how to add any normal user in a sudo files, how we can give access, and how many commands we can give access. Okay, we will learn all these things. Now let's come on the serve part. So serve is again empty directory. So there is no specific definition here actually. So if you want, you can use use for a server purpose if you want to place some data. Okay, so empty directory to place data to served by the server here. It is an empty directory again. Okay, so it's up to you. If you want, you can use. Okay, now let's come on the sys part. So in sys part contains information about the system, such as your modules or drivers or kernel features. So let's compare in the Windows.